Hey everyone, we are going to begin the Thieves quest line in Hugh's Bane. And we start it by talking to Quen.
Are you here about the job? To forestall any confusion, yes, we split the proceeds equally. And no, I will not budge on that point.
Job? What job?
You mean you aren't here about the notice? Well, allow me to explain. I need a partner for a difficult job. It pays well, but it involves travel, and there is some danger. Does that sound like the sort of thing that might interest you?
Sounds good. I'm in.
I'm so glad you came along. I've chartered a ship. When you're ready, meet me there. Here, I'll mark your map. Bring some lockpicks. They sell them here if you don't have any. Oh, and wear something warm.
Where are we headed exactly?
Let's talk about details when we rendezvous. It's not that I don't trust you, I don't think I've made a good impression in this place. That is, if you're still interested. You are, right? Of course you are. I'm only joking.
Why are you surprised I took the job?
I've never had a partner. I mean, on all other big jobs I've done, which I did alone, quite successfully, and most of the people I interviewed thought the rendezvous was too far away.
You marked the Wayrest docks on my map. Why Stormhaven? Why not leave directly from here?
Well, I paid for a ship in advance. I didn't realize how far I'd have to look to find a suitable partner. For the job, I mean. But we can talk about this at the docks.
This is one of my favorite storylines in the game, so I'm a little biased. It does take a very long while. And I'm not really enthused about thievery. I've done quite a lot. But Walks-Softly, which is an Argonian in this storyline, is just perfect.
You made it! I wasn't certain you... Well, I'm glad you're here. So, the details. We're headed to a remote patch of land called Faolchu Homestead. It's owned by some Thane from Eastmarch. He's at war, but his staff and guards remain.
What are we doing there?
We're looking for a relic called the Geovessan Skull. We slip inside the treasure room, grab our prize, and depart before anyone knows the difference. After that, we split the proceeds and go our separate ways.
All right, I'm ready to go.
One more thing. I'd prefer not to spill any blood, but I leave our safety to your discretion. If a guard sees you, take shelter in a hiding spot. Sound good?
Sounds good.
This little tub will get us to a blockade runner offshore. They'll bring us to Faolchu Homestead and back. I hope you don't get seasick. I get seasick. I'm sure I'll be all right.
Any objections if I steal more than just the Geovessan skull?
None whatsoever. Anything else you take is yours to fence. Just don't forget why we're there. We don't leave until we have the Geovessan skull.
Is this the biggest job you've ever pulled off?
The newest job is always the biggest job. Life of a thief. You know how it is.
How well do you know the life of a thief?
Well, this is the biggest job I've ever attempted. But I did the research, arranged transportation, and knew I needed a good partner to pull it off. That's why I hired you.
So you'll see you're in a restricted area when you know, go to a place where thievery is about to happen. The quest line is called Ledger Domain, and it doesn't have any abilities. It just has some skills that help you steal easier, hide with lower cost, sell more to fences, be able to force instead of pick locks, and reduce bounties. So the passives. I don't use them much.
Let's head to the manor, quick and silent.
Okay, my speed makes stealth very nice. So there are a bunch of, I'll just show you how it works. There's a bunch of guards. They have a blue circle around them. And if they can see you, you jump into this until they pass. Essentially, you need to figure out a good pathway to get to where you want to go without being seen. Once you hit water, though, your stealth wears off. I guess because you're busy swearing because it's so cold. Screaming usually is frowned upon. You hear that little you are hidden. Okay. Oops. Okay, I'm really not sure where it's supposed to go. So, let me check it out. Oh, well, that was not helpful. Okay, while I'm dead, it might be helpful to scout out a path. They can't see me. Is it that simple that I just go up this way? Yeah, it sure is. Okay. Do they see me now? And no, they don't. They're looking for me, but they can't find me. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So they see me, so it's really cheesy. But yes, you just jump into a basket and nobody can find you. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Don't ever expect it to.
Don't just stand there.
Ah, come on. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna wait till that guard goes by. So you see right now I have in the bottom right corner a bounty. If I'm caught by guards, I need to pay that bounty. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's make it to a basket. Make it to a basket. Oh dear. I don't see a basket. This is a problem. Okay. Hidden detected, hidden detected, hidden detected. Unfortunately, I think Sharp is not particularly helping me. Okay, I'm gonna make Sharp go away for a little bit. Oh man. Yeah, this is not my favorite thing. I think the baskets are ridiculous, but okay.
The guard is on its way, intruder.
Love the story, hate the mechanics. Oh my god, seriously? You guys are just gonna take a nap here?
I see a bounty. Where's the guard?
I don't know what to do about this guy guarding the entrance here. Okay, I'm supposed to be on the other side of things. Off.
You won't be so brave when the guard arrives.
Okay. Let's go this way. To this basket.
Shaw's fault. If you're going to commit a crime, why not do something big?
Okay, so there are a few little pathways marked over to the right. I'm going to try those.
One more and you'll be good looking.
Why are all you people hiding out in the very cold woods? Okay, there we
You
go.
did bring lockpicks, didn't you? Lockpicks won't work on those doors. Some sort of mechanism, maybe?
Suspicious bookcase.
Whoa! That's one clever thing, but not clever enough.
Okay. So... I believe it's on the table. Horn, candle, skull.
Did you hear a click? I heard a click! Come on, let's go find the Geovessan skull. There it is. So shiny.
Surrender, thief! The manor is surrounded. Today the Iron Wheel brings you to justice.
What? Who are you?
Chief Inspector Ranbeek, we foiled your attempt to steal the Geovessan skull. Will you also confess to stealing Magnifica Falora's dowry?
What's a Falora?
See, it doesn't matter. Return the Geovessan skull and surrender, or face the consequences.
No idea what he means. I'll follow your lead. Hold them off! I'll find another way out.
On the hunt.
Who was that? What was all that about, with dowries and iron wheels?
I have no idea. Did you tell anyone we were coming here?
Nobody. Well, I sent word to the Thieves Guild of Abar's Landing. They were interested in acquiring the Geovessan skull. Abar's Landing was to be our next stop. But why would this iron wheel set an ambush here? Are you certain you've never heard of them?
Never, but we can figure out who they are after we escape.
Of course, you're right. The iron wheel could return at any moment. We need to get out of here, and fast. Wait, did you hear that?
Hear what?
There's someone coming. Who are you?
You don't know me yet, but I'm a friend. Quen, isn't it? Put on this uniform and head outside. The Iron Wheel won't detain a Windhelm guard.
There's no way I'm leaving here without my partner.
I only had one uniform. Go on, recover your boat and meet us by the catacomb exit. Then we can return to the Thieves Guild in Abar's Landing.
You're from the Thieves Guild? All right. I'll meet you both by the exit. Good luck, partner.
She'll be fine. Looks like we take the dangerous way around. Didn't realize there were two of you. Next time the Iron Wheel springs a trap, I'll bring another uniform.
Who are you? What's going on?
I'm Walks-Softly, and we're currently fleeing the Iron Wheel. We can talk about the details once we've actually fled. Oh, what are your thoughts on spiders?
Spiders? What do you mean?
When I was posing as one of the manor's guards, one of the actual guards mentioned these old catacombs, said there were a basket full of spiders. Unless that's an obscure Nord expression, I'm guessing he meant actual spiders.
You said you were from the Thieves Guild. What is that?
Nothing we should discuss right here. But I promise, as soon as we've escaped the Iron Wheel, I'll answer your questions.
I love him. I love him so much. The voice actor is all over Skyrim, is all over this game also, is all over Oblivion, is,
Did I mention I'm afraid of spiders? Probably should have mentioned. I'll keep it under control.
Okay, so, when I first got my, down in the lower right corner, my, bounty, it was 400 something. It's slowly going down. Now, there are things called leniency edicts. So this would clear 2,000 of my bounty if I needed it to. I have a couple that I grabbed from other characters that are character bound, but right now it will just slowly decrease over time. Probably by the time I finish this, I won't have any bounty anymore. If I do, I can just use a leniency edict.
Look, a crypt. Nothing bad ever happens in a crypt.
I love him. I quote several things.
From the pointy bits.
Several things that Walks-Softly has said have worked their way into my permanent meme vocabulary.
Are we running? No? All right then.
So Walks-Softly does not like to fight. He's just going to carry the torch and look magnificent. I don't really need to sneak here. Just kill the spiders.
Need you or me? Us. Let's share the blame. That's enough. Look out! It's you or me. Us. Let's share the blame. Follow me. We're almost there.
I don't think they saw me.
Are you all right? You're green, my favorite vest.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Could have lived my entire life without running through a spider pit. But we made it through. You'll make a real impression in Abba's Landing.
What's in Abba's Landing?
The Thieves Guild. And my guildmaster, who can explain why the Iron Wheel thinks you deserve the same fate they've inflicted upon us. It's an unpleasant fate. It involves branding irons.
What if I don't want to go to a boss landing?
You are your own master, but the Iron Wheel is relentless, and they know your face. They know your partner's face, too. So, tell me where we're all headed? I suggest a boss landing as soon as you're able.
Alright, take us to a boss landing. Okay, part of the reason why
When you're up to it, we'll head to the Thieves' Den. It's in an old cistern.
Oh, a cistern. Wonderful. I'm to be surrounded by water everywhere I go.
It's a long walk, and this is just a maze.
Always a pleasant journey to a bar's landing. Head to our Thieves' Den. The Guildmaster awaits. Your partner and I will be along when she's less expulsive.
I love this man with all my heart. Where's the Thieves Guild?
Hidden within an old cistern that's long forgotten by the city's merchant lords. A new home for us after the Iron Wheel tore apart the old one. It's a bit damp. You get used to it.
Okay, so I hope I can find my way there. A boss landing is up and down along catwalks. It's not... I mean, I have done this quest line.
Hold, criminal!
Oh, man.
No more games. Your bounty. Now!
Yeah, here's 346 gold. Clear my bounty. I should have used the leniency.
Never
edict.
Off
figured
with
you
you.
as one to line their pockets.
Yeah, see, Sharp as Night doesn't like me because I got caught. Okay, so it's back here, and getting to it is a little bit funky, and I don't remember how to get to it, so. I will try to figure it out. Nope, not up there. It's a lot of back alleys. Some skittering over wood. Okay, not here. Uh,
What?
okay. Alright, here we are. I remember to go up here. No? Yes. Skirt around. Okay. So, getting anywhere in Abba's Landing is kind of like that. Yes, no, do I go down this way? Do I run across this plank? What do I do? It's not my favorite. I have done this quest line many times. Look at this guard dispatch. 5 rare Akaviri coins to whoever can guess which city guards wrote this dispatch. Andari. To all city guards, be on the lookout for pickpockets. According to our sources, an organized band of ruffians have decided to terrorize certain of our citizens by
Please,
stealing their
I
tools
need
of the
to buy
trade
food.
right out of their pockets and purses. These thieves are going after crafting tools, musical instruments, and even fishing gear. Watch the inns and the docks most carefully. These areas, while often highly populated, tend to be thin on guard presence. A thief could steal a bard's loot and get out of an inn without even being spotted, and most fishermen like to find secluded spots to ply their trade. Fortunately, most of our crafting areas tend to be heavily patrolled, but look out for those men and women who like to take frequent breaks wandering down alleyways. South Point. Too easy. Thrag. Wrong. And you're supposed to tell me, not write it down. Andari. You were, quote, asleep, unquote, and I meant North Point. Thrag. Still wrong. Thrag is disqualified. Andari. Everyone is disqualified. She doesn't have 5 rare Akaviri coins. Thrag. Thrag is triple disqualified, and rare Akaviri coin is the name of a drink I concocted. Andari. They went out of their way to make this just awesome writing. So all the characters, this came out much later than the base game, and they really doubled down on endearing and funny in this.
You, over here.
That's Vex's voice actress.
This place is nice, but it's not a home. Feels like I'm hiding down here. People like us, we need powerful friends if we're gonna make it in this world.
People like us?
Don't play coy. I see it in your eyes. You've killed people. Or you will. You've got the same urges as I do. Just between us, I hear the Dark Brotherhood is recruiting for some new blood. I'm gonna try my best to get their attention.
The Dark Brotherhood?
You never heard of Tamriel's most elite guild of assassins? Rumor has it that if you take an innocent life and they notice, they'll offer you a place in the Dark Brotherhood. There, killers are free to pursue their true passion. Think about it.
Thanks for the information.
Word of advice. Urges aside, the Dark Brotherhood prefers to keep a low profile. Just remember, kill an innocent, get noticed. My sources say they're recruiting in Anvil, on the Gold Coast. I'll be at the docks there if you want to talk some more.
You want me to just go up and kill a random person in cold blood?
I don't want you to do anything. I'm just providing information. Letting you know that new opportunities are available if you're willing to spill a little blood.
You're rather open and nonchalant about all this.
Don't take my willingness to help out as a sign or anything. I recognized a kindred spirit and suggested a way to satisfy your darkest urges. They'll get you killed if you don't keep them under control. And if you don't find the right allies.
I've killed before. Why hasn't the Dark Brotherhood contacted me already?
Hey, I don't know exactly how they select new recruits. I'm just telling you what I've heard. Maybe you just need to be in the right place at the right time. Like Anvil. Of course, I've also heard they have eyes everywhere, so what do I know?
How do you know so much about a secret organization of assassins?
That's one of the best things about the Dark Brotherhood. It hides in plain sight. No one knows where its headquarters is or how many members it has, yet you can go into any library and read a book about them. It's brilliant, really.
You've read a book about the Dark Brotherhood?
Quite a few, actually. My favorite is The Night Mother's Truth. It describes the origins of the Brotherhood, although it might all be theory and conjecture. But forget the books. Everyone knows the Brotherhood exists, and most people fear them.
What are the benefits of joining a group like that?
Fellowship, safety, and security, to name just a few. I understand there's also a steady flow of gold from all the contracts. And you get to kill people. Can you imagine a better guild to belong to? Better than picking pockets, if you ask me.
So you want me to just walk up? Okay. Why do you think Anvil's the place to get noticed?
I'm not one to reveal my sources, but Fat Grakal told me that he overheard Seaworthy Sarala say that there have been some mysterious murders committed on the Gold Coast. To me, nothing says Dark Brotherhood like mysterious murders.
So that is the quest starter for Dark Brotherhood, called Voices in the Dark. Since I think it takes place mostly in Anvil, and is mostly self-contained, I'm probably going to go ahead and start that also. Not today.
Over here. We should speak. Walk-Softly sent word of your time at Fulstrom Homestead. Said you slipped out from between the Iron Wheel's greedy fingers.
Yes, you must be the guildmaster.
I am, but call me Zira. Titles don't carry weight when you live in a cistern. Pretty bold of you and Quen to go after the Geovessan's skull. Did you know she sent a letter asking to set up a meet? Rookie mistake. The Iron Wheel read her mail.
They knew we were coming all along?
That's why I sent Walk-Softly to pull you out. Don't get me wrong, Quen may be green, but she planned a real heist. The kind we used to pull off before the Iron Wheel captured or killed most of us. Bastards.
Why is the Iron Wheel after the Thieves Guild?
You heard of Magnifica Flora? She's a noble from Tanith with a substantial dowry in her family tomb. We tried to steal it, but we failed, and she hired the Iron Wheel to punish us. I hear their leader thought you worked for us. Want to make it official?
What do you mean?
If the great Chief Inspector Ron Beek thinks you're part of the guild, who am I to disagree? We need good thieves, capable thieves like you and Quen to pull ourselves out of the gutter. So, care to join the Thieves Guild? We have nowhere to go but up.
I'll join the Thieves Guild.
Good. You aren't afraid of a challenge. The more you do for us, the more gold and respect you'll earn. Reputation goes a long way with us. Bringing us the Geovessan skull is a good start. Here's your cut. Don't worry, Quen will get her portion. I told you about our failed heist, the one that led the Iron Wheel to Abba's Landing. Someone pointed them in our direction. It's time we found out exactly who it was.
Do you have any suspects?
My gold is on Velsa. She was part of our Thieves' Council, the Guild's inner circle, but she retired just before the dowry heist. It might be coincidence, or it might be she sold us out for large stacks of coin.
Are you certain Velsa betrayed the Thieves Guild?
That's what I'd like to find out. You and I should pay her a visit, see if the Iron Wheel funds her retirement. There's a breach in the city wall, outside the flooded district. Meet me there when you're ready.
I'll meet you there.
Thieves should always travel separately. Advice from Nicholas. Good advice.
How did Velsa retire from the Thieves Guild?
Said she'd earned enough for a lifetime. Handed over her rackets and told us to leave her alone. We'd see her in the markets now and again. She kept to herself. Fine by me. Coral underclothes are less abrasive.
You mentioned Nicholas. Who is he?
Our old guildmaster. A mentor and a friend. He planned the dowry heist that would have seen us wealthy beyond our dreams. But he's gone. I lost him in Magnifica Flora's family tomb. He is sorely missed.
Okay, there are some daily quests. They are a pain in the ass, but here we go. So, the tip board, I'll show you how I do this. Some new faces in the Thieves Guild. Before we send you to pick the pockets of bigger and richer targets, we need to know you can handle it yourself. Lucky for you, the Iron Will has pulled their patrols out of Abba's Landing. Go pick a few pockets. Your best bet is Abba's Landing, but anywhere in Hughesbane will do. Note, scorpions don't have pockets. Nab a few personal items or a lot of treasures. Fence what you find, but report back to me. Okay, so started the cut purses craft. Complete one. Pickpocket personal effects or pickpocket any treasures. Now, I don't like that one, so I'm going to abandon it and try again. Pickpocket personal. Oh, no, it's the same one. I can't abandon it just yet. Alright. Lady in the Cistern and Dari's Theory. There's a statue of some lady in the middle of our thieves' den. She was here when we got here, and nobody seems to know what she is, or why she's there. Can anybody tell me who this is supposed to be? I think she's the lucky old lady. I saw her statue in Bravil once. I can't put my claw on it, but it feels as though she's the same person. And it makes sense why the Matron of Fortune would be here, blessing the only consistent source of clean water in Hughesbane. What do the rest of you think? Who's the lady in the cistern? And Dari. So the lucky old lady was in Bravil, is in Bravil in the Oblivion game. Missing Goranka the Shark and Lazy Mercedes. Looking for Goranka the Shark and Lady Mercedes. Heard they were on some sort of heist. Someone mentioned a sewer. Goranka's got dark gray skin and a thin strip of black spiked hair running from his forehead all the way down his back. Mercedes has pitch black skin with a series of reddish scars all along his left arm and side. His right eye droops and almost looks closed. Please post any news or information to Walk-Softly directly. Okay. Alright. That's the board. Essentially, I think after you finish the cut versus craft, you might get random ones. Or maybe they changed it. Who knows? I believe this is a fence. Oh no, maybe a banker.
The guild would frown upon anyone filching my wares, just so we're clear.
Okay. Well, she's a regular merchant, not
prepared. I like it.
not a fence. There are fences here. Oh, banker.
No charge to have a look.
To my unknown benefactor, I do not understand why these small valuables have begun to show up on my doorstep, but I must say you have improved my standard of living substantially. What you ask for in return, however, is not within my power to give. If I were to tell you, for example, about the caravan leaving my city along the Northern Trail at dawn a week from today, I think I would be in fear of my position. And informing you that each of the merchants of my city transport their safe box contents to the bank on the third day of every week would be a confidence I should not dare reveal. I trust we understand one another. Z. Okay. So those are the sort of dailies.
No charge to have a look.
Is this the fence? Ombi is the fence, yes.
One cannot step light.
So I don't really have anything to sell, so nothing's going to show up. There are things that you can steal and then launder, which means like crafting things, lockpicks, stuff like that. If you're planning on using it or selling it. Alright, we will continue with that later. I'm going to go to my house for a moment and see if something works. So, you used to be able to use that board and it will ask for specific things, like writings or, you know, now it's just asking for general treasures. But I have been saving writings. And nope. Yeah, it's not going to. So I've been saving stuff and treasures so that I could hand them in. I'll see if after I finish this quest. I really don't like pickpocketing. It just takes forever. So we'll see how much I'm actually going to do of the daily quest or if I'm just going to do the main line. Okay. So let's see. I believe my Mages Guild might have gone up. Nope, still directly in the middle of level 3. Alright. Alright, let's do a little bit more Glenumbra. Alright. So, we already have Signals of Dominion. Let me go there and finish that up. You know what? I'm gonna go try that world boss again. Ooh, but not the cliff. The cliff will definitely kill me. Let's see if the world boss is up and how we do.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm feeling lucky and reckless, which can feel like the same thing, really. Sort of like being drunk. Just a poor estimation of your own abilities and that warm sense of I can do anything I want. Okay. Okay, Sharp. Let's try it again. Okay, I am feeling good about that. The last time we tried that, was
Better overstocked than under.
when, Zareth Var was in our group. So I'm feeling good about that being in my life. Okay. Okay, so we're going to collect Dominion messages.
Let's see your fate out. you good? Of course you are.
Quiet. Dominion soldiers are everywhere.
I intercepted these signal messages from the Dominion.
Hadir had to recruit a mercenary? Not a good sign. Let me see those messages. By the 8, the Dominion's planning a full-scale assault. These messages, they're waiting for orders to attack. We have to stop the commander from issuing that order.
I killed the Dominion commander.
Thanks, Stendar. That will buy us precious time. We need to douse their signal fires before they can send the command. Take this storm rune and use it to put out the fires. Then meet me on the shore.
And down they go.
Yeah. Okay. All the fires went out.
That's not the pit.
But he jumped straight in there. Good job, Sharp.
Losing strength.
Good work extinguishing those signal fires. You were clearly in time. There's no sign of an impending Dominion attack.
So we stopped the attack?
We didn't stop the attack, you did. You've given us crucial time to bring in reinforcements. Now we can repel this invasion before it gains a foothold. We owe you one for this. Good job!
Nice. Okay, there is a delve a little bit up the coast.
Ready to ride.
You good guys or no? Oh. Oh, you're good guys. I like you guys. Sorry. I didn't try to kill you at all.
You
The
wouldn't catch
Aniwad-
me anywhere near that crypt of hearts. Leave that to braver folk like yourself.
The Aniwad paraphrased. The first ones were brothers, Anu and Padome. They came into the void and time began. As Anu and Padme wandered the void, the interplay of light and darkness created Nier. Both Anu and Padme were amazed and delighted with her appearance, but she loved Anu, and Padme retreated from them in bitterness. Nier became pregnant, but before she gave birth, Padme returned, professing his love for Nier. She told him that she loved only Anu, but Padme beat her in rage. Anu returned, fought Padme, and cast him outside time. Nier gave birth to creation, but died from her injuries soon after. Anu, grieving, hid himself in the sun and slept. Meanwhile, life sprang up and flourished on the 12 worlds of creation. After many ages, Padme returned to time. He saw creation and hated it. He swung his sword, shattering the 12 worlds in their alignment. Anu awoke and fought Padme again. The long and furious battle ended with Anu as the victor. He cast aside the body of his brother, who he believed was dead, and attempted to save creation by forming the remnants of the 12 worlds into one, Nirn, the world of Tamriel. As he was doing so, Padme struck him through the chest with one last blow. Anu grappled with his brother and pulled them both outside of time forever. The blood of Padme became the Daedra. The blood of Anu became the stars. The mingled blood of both became the Aedra, as evinced by their capacity for good and evil, as well as their greater affinity for earthly affairs than the Daedra, who have no connection to creation. On the world of Nirn, all was chaos. The only survivors of the 12 worlds of creation were the Elnofey and the Hist. The Elnofey are the ancestors of Men and Mer. The Hist are the trees of Argonia. Nirn originally was all land, interspersed with seas, but no oceans. A large fragment of the Elnofey world landed on Nirn relatively intact, and the Elnofey living there were the ancestors of the Mer. These Elnofey fortified their borders from the chaos outside, hid their pocket of calm, and attempted to live on as before. Other Elnofey arrived on Nirn scattered amid the confused jumble of the shattered worlds, wandering and finding each other over the years. Eventually, the wandering Elnofey found the hidden land of old Elnofey, and were amazed and joyful to find their kin living amid the splendor of ages past. The wandering Elnofey expected to be welcomed into the peaceful realm, but the old Elnofey looked on them as degenerates, fallen from their former glory. For whatever reason, war broke out and raged across the whole of Nirn. The old Elnofey retained their ancient power and knowledge, but the wanderers were more numerous, toughened by their long struggle to survive on Nirn. This war reshaped the face of Nirn, sinking much of the land beneath new oceans, and leaving the lands as we know them, Tamriel, Akavir, Atmora, and Yokuda. The old Elnofey realm, although ruined, became Tamriel. The remnant of the wanderers were left divided on the other 3 continents. Over many years, the Elnofey of Tamriel became the Mer, elves. The Dwemer, the deep ones, sometimes called dwarves. The Chimer, the changed ones, who later became the Dunmer. The Dunmer, the dark or cursed ones, the dark elves. The Bosmer, the green or forest ones, the wood elves. The Altmer, the elder or high ones, the high elves. On the other continents, the wandering Elnofey became the men, the Nords of Atmora, the Red Guards of Yokuda, and the Tsaisi of Akavir. The Hist were bystanders in the Elnofey War, but most of their realm was destroyed as the war passed over it. A small corner of it survived to become Black Marsh and Tamriel, but most of their realm was sunk beneath the sea. Eventually men returned to Tamriel. The Nords were the first, colonizing the northern coast of Tamriel before recording its history, led by the legendary Iskarmor. The 13th of his line, King Harald, was the first to appear in written history. Thus the mythic era ended.
the Bloodthorn attacked the town and took control of the place. We've been sent to keep an eye on things, but we're not to engage the enemy. Still, something about all this bothers me. I just can't put my finger on it.
Tell me what you're thinking.
Something's definitely not right in the village. Whatever the Bloodthorn are up to, it's taking a lot of effort. They're moving around a lot, and we've seen boats sailing into and away from the docks. Maybe the Red Rook bandit we caught knows more.
You captured a Red Rook bandit?
He says his name's Tamian Sellen. We caught him trying to sneak past us into the village. Dame Clarique's convinced he's up to no good, but I'm not so sure. Maybe you could talk to him.
I'll talk to Tamian Sellen.
Building up a staff. Good thinking.
This. Trials of Saint Alessia. Fragments for the Trials of Saint Alessia. Akatosh made a covenant with Alessia in those days, so long ago. He gathered the tangled skeins of oblivion and knit them fast with the bloody sinews of his heart, and gave them to Alessia, saying, "This shall be my token to you, that so long as your blood and oath hold true, yet so shall my blood and oath be true to you. This token shall be the amulet of kings, and the covenant shall be made between us, for I am the king of spirits, and you are the queen of mortals. And you shall stand witness for all mortal flesh, so shall stand witness for all immortal spirits." And Akatosh drew from his breast a burning handful of his heart's blood, and he gave it into Alessia's hand, saying, "This shall also be a token to you of our joined blood and pledged faith, so long as you and your descendants shall wear the amulet of kings. Then shall this dragon fire burn, an eternal flame, as a sign to all men and gods of our faithfulness. So long as the dragon fire shall burn to you and to all generations, I swear that my heart's blood shall hold fast the gates of oblivion. So long as the blood of the dragon runs strong in her rulers, the glory of the empire shall extend in unbroken years. But should the dragon fires fail, and should no heir of our joined blood wear the amulet of kings, then shall the empire descend into darkness, and the demon lords of misrule shall govern the land. From the liturgy of the rekindling of the dragon fires."
Ready. going to regret this.
Dominion orders. Endoom. You must secure the alien ruins of Endoom immediately. Not only will control of this area provide us with a major strategic advantage against the Daggerfall Covenant, but the treasures we plunder from the ruins will add to our resources. Perhaps we can find a powerful relic or magical artifact as well. Okay, Sharp likes it when I open chests. Alright, there were a few... No, that's a puddle. Okay. That's not something I need to read, so I don't need to go back. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. No, that's a prologue. Hold on. I'm gonna check before I run.
My local! Get your goods here!
Yeah, Guild in Crisis is a prologue. Alright. Okay.
I'm with you.
My God, out of the way. Wow.
Spare a copper or two?
Okay, so we have cleared up to there. We're gonna go north from... Oh, we'll go do Pride of the Lion Guard. Okay. Go find your work.
You've a hunger, friend. I smell it.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
You know what? I might actually set my difficulty a little bit higher. Let's see. character. Change difficulty. I'm going to change the difficulty to seasoned. Increased damage taken by 100%, reduced damage by 50, increased experience monsters by 20%, increased gold by 50%. I think I'm going to do that. I'll try that out. See how I do. Killing things very fast out in the world.
You could craft something nice with that.
Greetings, citizen. I seem to have suffered a temporary setback. I require your assistance.
What happened to you?
These Bloodthorn Cretans ambushed me, and while I was on a mission of incredible importance, there were dozens of them. But I didn't go down without a fight. What will the Lion Guard do without me?
You were on an important mission?
The orc that sits before you represents the future of the Lion Guard. I am Recruit Gorak, pride of New Orsinium. Please untie me. We have work to do. We must recover the General's dispatch and return to Captain Vistra.
We? Alright, hold still.
I took a beating when the Bloodthorns grabbed me. I won't be much help in a fight, but I'll cheer you on.
Okay, find the General's dispatch. Wow, okay, yeah. You guys. Lisa's Bloodthorn report. Our camp in the clearing set between where the water spills from Mire Falls has already achieved exciting results. Not only have we intercepted a dispatch from Aldcroft, but we've also captured a Lion Guard scout. If we wait long enough, perhaps King Casimir will wander in and surrender. Lisa of the 1st Planton.
Thank you. I'll take the dispatch.
You've a hunger.
Find me later.
I smell
Be
you,
a drink.
but I know how to fill that void.
Yeah!
Okay, the blue quest over there, the repeatable one, is the werewolf intro, and I don't want to do it.
I'm led to believe you're the one to thank for Gorak's safe return. He even retrieved the General's dispatch.
Yes, I found Gorak at the Bloodthorn camp in the swamp.
Recruit Gorak claims that you helped him defeat dozens of cultists and recovered the dispatch from a foul necromancer. Is this true?
It's true. Gorak was amazing. The cultists ran in fear before him.
Incredible. I knew you had potential, Gorak, but I never imagined you were so capable. Thank you for your help, friend, though it sounds like Gorak didn't really need it. Gorak, you truly distinguished yourself this day. You're no longer a recruit. Welcome to the Lion Guard, Private Gorak.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Yeah, I don't mind covering for him. Alright, there is a world boss up here.
I'm just glad there were some survivors at the mill.
Which means I'm probably going to change the difficulty back down immediately, right? Because I'm not an idiot, right? Alright. I'm not sure I should double a world boss's damage. You know. Considering Sharp is tanking, he probably wouldn't appreciate that. Let's be wise, shall we? Okay. Where are you, my friend? Where am I? Oh, I went so the wrong way. Oh, not that way. So many mountains. Yeah, this is a can't get there from here thing. Ooh, pretty waterfall. Alright, Glenumbra is like half mountains at this point. Alright, yeah. What did I get? Alright. Wow, that's impressive. My ability to go the wrong way impresses even me sometimes. Let's try that again, shall we? All I had to do was go north.
You've a hunger. I smell it on you, but I know
Okay, I don't want to get you killed sharp, so we're gonna lower the difficulty for a world boss. How about that? Like someone else has joined it. Okay.
Gotta be better than that.
Yeah. By orders of Faolchu, by Fang and Claw, guard the road to Camlorn so I may complete my work. Yeah. Okay, looks like there's... There's a dolmen right over here. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Another world boss up this way. Quest right here, so I'll grab it.
Don't recoil from me, traveler. I mean you no harm. I'm a spirit of regret, not malice.
What do you regret?
What do I regret? I regret everything. But most of all, I regret betraying Rosalind. Beyond lies Westry, or what remains of the place. This was my home, until the day the Nords attacked and the curse fell upon us.
What happened?
My wife, Rosalind, took up her sword. I should have trusted her, but I hid and prayed. A darker voice than Stendar's answered me, and the town paid the price. Will you walk my wife's path? If you fight as she did, Perhaps you can lift this curse.
How do I follow Rosalind's path?
Rosalind fought to the end. When the Nords attacked, many of us cowered, but not Rosalind. She took action. Once they were Nord invaders, but now they are animated corpses and wraiths. Fight them as Rosalind did, and relive her final moments.
What did Rosalind do before she died?
I don't know. While I prayed, she fought the invaders. I heard that she was going to light the signal fire at the lake to warn Eaglesbrook and perhaps compel them to aid us. Find something of hers, some jewelry perhaps. It may help.
Why do I need to find something of Rosalind's?
If you find one of Rosalind's keepsakes, it should help strengthen your connection and allow you to see her final moments as you follow her path. The stronger your connection, the better chance you'll have of lifting this curse and setting us free.
Why did Rosalind place herself in such danger?
Oh, didn't I say? Forgive me, my memory is often as insubstantial as I am these days. My wife was the captain of the town guard. She was dedicated. She never turned from her duty.
And down they go.
Okay, up to this way shrine.
The bad man! The bad man! The bad man is dead!
Please, they won't listen to me. It's true that I used to run with the Red Rooks, but I quit. I hate all the chaos they're causing in Glenumbra. Now I just want to help save my town. But the guards don't believe me.
Why are you tied up?
The guards caught me sneaking around. They don't believe I'm trying to save the village. The Bloodthorn are gathering the villagers at the docks for sacrifice. They kill them and raise them as zombies. I don't want my friends to end up like that.
How can I help?
My father's a mage. His signature spell is a spell of hiding that I know can protect the villagers. If you can reach our house and prepare the spell, I can rescue the villagers and meet you there. You just need to convince Dame Clarique to free me.
Tell me more about this spell.
It's called Marion's White Mask. My father loves to name his spells after himself. When cast on a building, the spell cloaks everyone inside in a shroud of misdirection. Makes anyone who looks see something other than what's really there.
White mask? What does that mean?
My father used to scare me with the spell. He'd cast it on his workshop and make himself look like a hooded specter in a white mask. We argued about it. A lot. I never found it as funny as he did.
Where can I find your father?
I don't know where he is. He was in the village before the attack, and I fear the worst. My father and I, well, we didn't always get along. That's why I joined the Red Rooks in the first place. I just hope he's still alive.
Okay. Alright. Let's head back down to the main quest to the south. Triumphs of a Monarch. Chapter 3. At the gates of Daggerfall. For a dozen years after the Battle of Grand and Tor, the kingdoms of High Rock were at peace, and the merchant ships of Wayrest, Daggerfall, and Sentinel traded near and far in all the ports of Tamriel. In my father's hall of business in Wayrest, I learned of the tracking of shipments, the balancing of accounts, and the fluctuation of concurrences. But Pierrick of Cumberland knew the nature of the world, and he was not content to have his son learn only of the ways of peace and trade. Every morning I sparred with the Cumberland Master of Arms, and every afternoon, the weather permitting, I rode a warhorse, exercising with the many heavy dragoons. It wasn't just practice. For 2 months every summer I traveled as lieutenant of the mounted escort of the Evermore caravan, and a half-dozen times we fought off hill bandits, goblin raiders, and Reachman war bandits. I was afraid to have spent so much time with a hilt in my hand, for in 2E 542, when I was but 20, Durkarak the Black Drake spread his wings in the Reach and mustered his feral tribesmen to war. Erupting from their mountain lairs like ants from a kicked anthill, the Reachmen howled down into Banquerai, burning and looting. After only 3 days' siege, Evermore fell to his horde. The land was pillaged and its people massacred. Halland's stand held out longer, but eventually it was also overrun by the heathen swarm. Within days they were across the Bjulse and bearing down upon Wayrest. Then all were grateful that King Gardner had built new walls and battlements around Wayrest, for the town had grown so that it had burst the bounds of the old walls. Throngs of people swarmed in from the countryside, and soon it seemed that all of Menivia, Galvadon, and Alcaire were within the city's walls. But when the Reachman storm burst upon Wayrest, the crowded conditions seemed a small price to pay for protection from the fury of those Daedra-loving heathens. Thus began the epic siege of Wayrest, when for 57 days and nights the Bretons of Stormhaven manned the walls and repulsed the savage assaults of our terrible opponents. The Reachmen, lacking siege engines, were unable to breach our new walls and take the city by storm, and lacking ships, they were unable to blockade our harbor and reduce the city by starvation. Stalemate. Was Durkarak's invasion of High Rock at an end? Indeed, no. Your Reachman warrior, though fearless and fierce, is not a very patient man. Indeed, no. Your Reachman warrior, though fearless and fierce, is not, as a rule, very patient. The Black Drake left enough troops in the revetments. Oh, new word. Revetments around our walls to keep us bottled up inside, and simply marched off west into Glenumbra. Taken by surprise, the newly independent city-state of Camlorn fell and was sacked. And then Durkarak turned his eyes south toward Daggerfall. Fortunately, King Gardner heeded my advice to use our merchant ships as transports for the heavy dragoons. That was how I found myself at the head of the lances at Wayrest's finest, as we charged into the rear of the Reachmen massed before Daggerfall's city gates. All Bretons know how the Black Drake's warriors were caught completely by surprise, how I smote Durkarak and tore down his unholy banner. They know of the sortie of the Knights of Daggerfall, in which King Bergamot finished the work we'd begun, scattering the broken army of the heathens like autumn leaves before a gale. Only one fortnight after I watched, head bowed, as the kings of Daggerfall, Camlorn, Shornheim, Evermore, and Wayrest signed the first Daggerfall Covenant. Triumphs of a Monarch, Chapter 6. Rancer's War. Wayrest besieged. Ever since my ascension to the throne of Wayrest in that momentous year 2E563, the question of who should become my queen consort was ever on my, and my advisors' minds. King Rancer of Schornheim had a goodly daughter, Princess Rael, and her hand was offered to me by my brother of Schornheim both early and often. Indeed, my mind was almost made up to accept the Princess of Schornheim when, on a visit to Sentinel, my eyes first beheld the Princess Maria, daughter of King Faharjad. In that moment I swore that Wayrest would have no queen but Maria. Of course, there was another unexpected benefit. As her dowry, she brought a trade agreement between our two states that resulted in great prosperity for all. King Rancer, alas, was wroth that I had not accepted the hand of his daughter, and he withdrew his ambassador from the court of Wayrest. Although Rancer was invited to my wedding to Maria in the spring of 566, like the other kings of the Covenant, he stayed seething in Schornheim. I should perhaps have paid more attention to Rancer's collar, but I was so taken with my new bride and trade issues around the Iliac Bay that mountainous Schornheim seemed distant and irrelevant. That mistake almost cost me my throne. For over a year, Rancer had been quietly mustering his troops and emptying his treasury to hire mercenaries, and last seed of 2E566, he led his army out of Schornheim in a lightning strike to the south. Rancer had marched through Alcaire and Menevia almost before we were aware of his approach. The Schornheim advance guard reached the gates of Wayrest, while the local militias we had quickly mustered were still filing through them. This was a moment when history trembled upon a cusp. If the attacking Old Gate Lancers scattered our militia and took the gate, Wayrest could fall to her attackers within the hour. Fortunately, I was personally present at the gate, along with my Cumberland guard. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, I had my bannermen sound the charge. I led the gate guards and my household troops out against the Old Gate Lancers. My men wore full armor, and I, though unarmored, bore at my side the mighty orichalc scalpel, an enchanted broadsword of many virtues. The scalpel, drawn for the first time in anger, flashed and hummed like a blade in a sawmill as we hurled ourselves upon the lancers. Our enemies, who suddenly found themselves opposed by armored veterans rather than panicky irregulars, were further confounded by the sudden onset of a thunderstorm. Lashed by hail, their horses terrified by lightning, faced with the orichalc scalpel scything through their necks and limbs, the vaunted Old Gate Lancers hesitated, then broke and ran, pell-mell, from the gate. By the time Rancer's main forces arrived at the scene, our troops were all within the walls. The gates were shut up tight, but the King of Schornheim was undeterred. The city of Wayrest found itself once more under siege, and Rancer, with more craft and foresight than the Reachman Dukerak, had come with siege engines in his train. Can't get in.
I'm not sure we can win this battle. Hold on, Traveler. You don't want to go that way. Faolchu and his werewolf legion have taken Camlorn.
I'm on my way to help.
Maybe you didn't hear me. The city has fallen. The werewolves have overrun our siege camp. We're regrouping for a counterattack, but I think it's a lost cause. You can't just charge in there.
Somebody has to.
If you insist. But don't say I didn't warn you. Follow this path to the east and talk to General Gautier. If he can use you, he will.
I'll find General Gautier.
always worth stocking up.
First we lost Camlorn. Then they turned back our offensive. If we can't retake this camp, Faolchu's beaten us. Nothing else matters until this is resolved.
What can I do to help?
If you can fight, and you know the difference between a man's head and a wolf's arse, we can use you. We need to cut through the werewolves and link up with our troops in the western end of the camp.
I can help fight through.
Link up with Shazah and get our troops to the western gate. It might be enough to turn the tide. For now, at least. You clear us a path and get to my general. We have to take Camlorn back.
Okay, I'm gonna raise the character difficulty again now that we're just in world stuff, doing world things. I'm gonna come up here to see if
Here we go.
there is an encounter. Nope. Okay.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Counter this!
Yeah!
I'm no warrior, I'm a chandler. Candles don't make very good weapons, you know.
What's wrong?
A group of us. We were fleeing from the trouble in Camlorn, but we ran into a fresh set of problems when we got to this blasted fen. As we made camp, some Bloodthorn cultists swooped in. They grabbed the women traveling with us and dragged them off.
Why did they only take the women?
Our leader, Guy LeBlanc, heard them talking about a coven. That means witches and trouble. Maybe you could talk to LeBlanc. He's around here somewhere. You could sure use the help. We are way out of our element here.
Find a safe place. I'll look for LeBlanc.
Go to Aldcroft, he says. It'll be safer, he says. I shouldn't have listened to LeBlanc.
Why were all of you out near these fens?
We're from Camlorn. There's been trouble there. We thought maybe things would be a bit more settled in Aldcroft. But no place is safe these days, it seems. If something happened to my Elodie, I will never forgive myself.
Is Guy LeBlanc your leader?
More or less. He's usually a take-charge sort of fellow. It was his idea to head to Aldcroft, so he feels responsible for all this. His sister was among the women they grabbed. I'm heading to the Weirest campsite.
These lost spirits refuse to rest. They just wander about, lost in the dream of battle. The Alessian Order had the wrong intentions, but I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
A messenger? From Aldcroft, by any chance? What news from there? We heard reports that Camlorn refugees had inundated the town.
Werewolves tried to take over the town, but they didn't succeed.
That's good. Losing Camlorn was bad enough. Meanwhile, we've made significant progress here. Our research is finally beginning to yield results. The ghosts of the Alessian army still haunt this place. It's been an age since the Battle of Glenumbra Moors raged here, yet the spirits linger.
What are you looking for?
Faolchu, the beast that ravages Camlorn. He fought and died here. We want to know what happened all those years ago. Then we can kill him again.
How do you find out what happened so long ago?
Sarvith, our master of incunabula, hopes to evoke a vision that shows us the events surrounding Faolchu's death. We're collecting the most powerful historic artifacts to use as focus objects. The spirits are making the task difficult, however.
I'll help if I can.
The generals of the Alessian army played a vital part in the Battle of the Glenumbra Moors. Their weapons, if still intact, would suffice, I think. If you manage to get your hands on the weapons, find Sarvith. He knows what to do from there.
Why is it important to find out how Faolchu died?
Faolchu wasn't called the Invincible General for nothing. You can cut him, bash him, fill him full of arrows. He just keeps coming. We must discover how they stopped him and ended this ancient war.
What can you tell me about the Battle of Glenumbra Moors?
I could tell you the basic story, but if you want a deeper understanding, you need to ask our lore master, Dalina. She's up on the tower observing the movement of the spirits.
Just look at those lost souls. What drives them? Why do they fight on?
Can I ask you about the war?
Of course. What would you like to know?
What actually happened here?
This is where Clan Dureni fought to defend High Rock against the invading Alessian Order. The Alessians outnumbered them 3-1, but this was Dureni land, and the clan prevailed.
Tell me about the Alessian Order.
The Alessians were a fundamentalist sect that wanted to purge elven influence from Tamriel's religions. We think Faolchu was one of their generals. They called him the Changeling and the Invincible One.
Faolchu sounds fearsome.
Nothing could stop Faolchu. The soldiers he bit became werewolves and turned against their own. This land should have fallen to his lycanthropic plague. But someone or something killed him that day.
Do you know what killed him?
Legends tell us that the Nameless Soldier killed Faolchu. It's said the Nameless Soldier prevailed by making a great sacrifice.
Tell me about the Dureni forces.
The Dureni settled in High Rock long ago. They were ancient High Elves who stood with the local Bretons against the Alessian invaders.
So the one who slew Faolchu was Dureni?
Seems likely. We don't know how the Nameless Soldier defeated Faolchu yet, but we're determined to figure it out.
Farewell, my good friend.
Useful. Hold on to that.
No Dureni shall get past these gates. Do you understand me?
That will teach them not to cross us.
They think they have an advantage, do they? Ha! Just wait until their plan crumbles around them.
Move on already.
He's yelling at the ghost to move on already. He doesn't like ghosts.
End them.
Make sure these orders circulate among the troops. They need to be prepared for what's to come.
You should have run.
It's true. Faolchu is tall as a tree, with claws like great swords.
Yes, yes, and he
Bagroon here claims that the threat Faolchu poses has been greatly exaggerated. Poor fool wouldn't know a moth from a mammoth.
Rella asked me to bring you these things.
Ah, the focus objects. These would do very nicely. Let me just, I don't think that was supposed to come off. Well, these swords are pretty beat up. I'm sure we'll still have plenty of material for the ritual, though.
What do you hope to accomplish?
If all goes well, we'll be able to peer into the past. Hopefully see what happened to Faolchu. Find out how the Durenis were able to defeat the Alessians so long ago. And if something goes wrong, well, then we shall see what we shall see.
I'd like to observe the ritual.
Of course. We'll be using the amalgamated essence of the past, focused with these ancient weapons, to open a sort of window into history. Follow me. Now we may finally learn how Faolchu was defeated.
And maybe we'll find out how tall the Horker really was.
Listen to me. You must listen.
Giuliano's little teapot! We did it, I think.
Was that supposed to happen?
The spell worked better than I anticipated. We didn't just create a window into the past, we opened a door. The very air ripples with temporal disturbance. Somewhere nearby, a door into history stands open. All we need to do is step through it.
Who was that woman who appeared?
A fragment from the past, I think. Something that was pulled forward with the spell. Let's hope that was all we pulled forward.
So how does this help us learn about Faolchu?
Someone brave and rash enough has to actually step through the door we opened. I'm too valuable to get lost in the past. And Bagroon would probably change history with all his usual bumbling about. Ask Grala what she thinks we should do.
I think I know what Growler's gonna say.
We heard a scream, and then ripples of magical distortion started to sweep across the battlefield. What happened?
Your mages have opened a door into the past.
They were supposed to cast a simple divination spell, nothing more. Sarvith wasn't supposed to open any doorways.
Sarva thinks we can go back in time to learn about Faolchu's death.
I don't like this. Time magic shouldn't be meddled with. But what's done is done. Maybe one of those ripples has the answers we seek.
What should I do?
Examine the ripples. See if there really is a doorway of some kind out there. And keep an eye out for anything else out of the ordinary. Who knows what they may have pulled out of the past.
You're going to regret me.
You seek to see into the past. I can guide you. I can show you how Faolchu met his death. If Faolchu has risen, then he must die again. Go to the crypt. I'll meet you there and show you how to discover
Good
the
eye.
secret you seek.
It wasn't mine.
I remember this place. It all started here on the day of the final battle. We gave up everything to kill Faolchu. I'll be damned if I just let him come back to life and curse the world again.
Is that why you've returned?
I'm here because the one I loved gave up everything that day to save his people. You seek answers. I'm here to help you find them and hopefully avoid the tragedy that occurred on that long ago day. This armor is your key to the past. It belonged to my beloved and was buried in this place of honor. It was my beloved's hand that cut Faolchu down.
What happens if I put on the armor?
You'll relive the last moments of the battle. You'll take the place of my beloved, experience the fall of Faolchu as it happened. But be careful. You can affect events. Whatever you do may have untold consequences.
What kind of consequences?
You won't just see a vision of the past. You'll live through it. What you do may change the destiny of those around you. This is a terrible burden to carry, but it's the only way to get the information you seek. When you're ready, put on the armor. Oh, this armor brings back such memories. Now get dressed. There's much to see, and the connection to the past won't last long.
How do I return to the present?
When Faolchu dies, the armor will eject you from the past. You'll return unharmed to the here and now. Yes, that's what will happen. I'm sure of it.
Can you tell me anything about where I'm going?
It was a violent, bloody time. The Alessians were on a holy crusade to purge every Mer who occupied this land and called it home. They destroyed anything with even the smallest connection to magic.
But you were Breton, not Mer. Why fight against them?
Would you stand by while those who didn't deserve to die were judged by religious zealots? Unless I strongly misjudged you, I think not. We did what was right, and we would do it again, which is why I'm here.
Tell me about your beloved.
Wise, kind, courageous. Everything one could want from a constant companion. But you'll see soon enough. I only hope that what you learn will help you in the present situation. There you are, my love. I was starting to worry about you. Why do you linger, my love? Commander Parmeon rallies the troops for the final assault. You're his best officer and our noblest knight. You should be at his side for this moment.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Did that blow to your head rattle your senses? We're on the verge of turning the tide, and we'll launch the strike against Faolchu's headquarters soon. Come, my love. We have work to do.
Remind me, what work is that?
The Alessian orders, of course. They're crucial. We captured the messenger, but not before he handed the orders off. We need to search enemy soldiers until we can retrieve them. We can't have the Alessians surprise us when we're this close to victory. Do what you have to do and find those orders. Then find me at camp. We need to talk.
Durenis believe, to all Alessian soldiers, Durenis believe they have the advantage. They are comfortable in their camps and secure in their victory. They have lost focus. Word has reached us that the Dureni will launch a major assault in the coming hours. When this happens, we will end our Alessian scouts. When this happens, we will send our Alessian scouts under the cover of shadows to get in behind them, destroying their camp. If this works, we can catch their assault from behind in a flank and wipe out, once and for all. and wipe them out once and for all. No one will stand in the way of the Alessians. Kill and keep killing in the name of the One.
There you are, my knight. Did you recover the orders?
Here are the Alessian orders.
Excellent. You're a credit to the Dureni Guard. Now we can prepare a proper counterattack to the upcoming Alessian assault. They won't know what hit them. You should show these to the Iliad King. He just arrived and is eager to get involved.
The Iliad King?
Yes, he surprised us all. We weren't expecting the last king of a dying people to show up on the field of battle. But he's a brilliant tactician and his advice can only help. Meanwhile, we'll send Alana's unit to put an end to Faolchu.
Alana? I need to be the one to strike down Faolchu.
What? Nonsense. Alana can handle it. If these orders are any indication, I need you to lead our defenses. But speak to Alana before she goes, if you like. Just make it quick, and don't forget to talk to the king.
Oh, King Lalorian Dinar, isn't that the guy that we met in Cold Harbor?
A Breton fighting for the Dureni. Somewhat surprising, though not unheard of considering the current circumstances. Wait a moment. That armor. I've heard stories about you. They say you fight as if Auriel himself blessed you.
We recovered these orders from an Alessian soldier.
The situation unfolding upon the battlefield is telling enough. These orders only confirm my suspicions. The Alessians plan to slip past your defenses to, how do they put it, catch the Dureni with their trousers down. What a curious phrase.
What should we do?
Use the Dureni magic of your armor to spot the covert shadow scouts before they can do any significant damage. Then dispatch them with extreme prejudice. Simple enough, really. But I'm actually very curious about you.
Why are you interested in me?
These old Iliad eyes see many things. Everyone in this yard, for example, radiates an aura of life force. But not you. Your aura's missing. I can't tell if you're not truly alive, or you just don't belong. I've never seen magic like this before.
You're right. I don't belong here.
Honesty. A most redeeming quality. But we will have to speak of this later, when matters are less pressing. Right now, we have a battle to win. I appreciate your report.
Building up the staff. Good thinking.
I know you wanted to go after Faolchu, but you'll see plenty of action defending the camp.
Are you sure you don't want me to go with you?
I appreciate your concern, my love, but orders are orders. If either of us fails, this entire battle could be lost. But have no fear. I'll make sure we never have to worry about Faolchu again.
How will you stop him?
How? He's just a man, my love. I'll stick my sword in him a few times until he drops. Then I'll stab him again. I'll be back in no time, carrying his head high as a trophy. I can't think of a better gift to celebrate our new family.
Your family?
Later, my love. I'll tell you all about it after the battle. No need to distract you right now. It's nothing but good news, though, I promise. I love you, you know. Now go.
I mean, that's not a hint, that's a declaration. But okay.
We make our final stand here. The Alessians are rabble and their numbers mean nothing. This land is ours and we intend to keep it. Today, Faolchu and the Alessians meet their end at our hands. Today, we celebrate our victory. Good luck, my friend. I'll see you on the battlefield. Now, let's make that bastard Faolchu pay.
Better luck next time. You won't
Move,
die.
now!
Fine.
Better luck next time. Oh, right.
Faolchu's headquarters. We were ambushed, surrounded. Alana and the others.
Who's next?
There were too many of them. They tore us apart. Captain, I have bad news. Commander Parmian is dead.
What happened?
Commander Parmian decided to accompany us, but it was a trap. We expected to find Faolchu and his officers, but there was a whole platoon waiting for us. We couldn't stop them. The commander fought bravely, but they cut him down and took Alana. I'm afraid there isn't much time. We expect Faolchu to launch a full-scale assault at any moment.
What do you recommend?
It's a tough choice. I think there are enough of us left alive to go after Faolchu, but we also need to rescue Alana. I don't know. What are your orders, Captain?
I need to decide.
This isn't an easy choice, I know. I don't envy you. But whatever you decide, we're with you.
I'll deal with Faolchu, see if you can find Alana.
Very well, Captain. I'll send one of our soldiers with you. She'll meet you inside.
Put those damn fires out. It's time to wipe out all traces of those Durrani.
Stop us.
More Durrani? Put an end to these men now! Set it ablaze! Your puny
Never a
weapons
dull
are no
moment.
match for my fangs and claws.
Use the fire. Faolchu's afraid of the flame.
How am I supposed to use the flames? very confused. He's not taking any damage. Okay, this is really strange.
It can end like this? Oh, not like this.
It's terrible.
Return to your time. You learn that Faolchu's weakness is fire. Use that knowledge well. Now enter the nearby portal. It will take you home.
I don't know how I used fire, but okay. I mostly stood in fire, which I would say, don't do that.
Ha! It worked! I knew it! Into the past and back again! Are you all right?
I think so.
The ancient armor. It drew you into the past, but we knew it was temporary. You belong here, my friend.
I killed Faolchu. Fire weakens him and makes him vulnerable.
Fire! Of course! That makes all kinds of sense! Quickly, report your findings to Grala. She needs to hear what you've learned.
You're back, and you're safe. Thank the Divines. I was afraid we lost you.
What do you mean?
According to the legends, when the Nameless Soldier killed Faolchu, the armor shattered. The Nameless Soldier died. I was afraid history would repeat itself.
What happened to Alana?
She was killed, but her sacrifice was worth it, both in the past and in the present. If you discovered Faolchu's weakness, then Alana's death wasn't in vain.
Fire weakens Faolchu and makes him vulnerable.
Fire! Of course! That makes perfect sense. The beast can't stand against its purifying flame. With your help, we will set Camlorn free and destroy Faolchu once and for all.
Okay. Alright. We see this quest hub has turned white. Well, we are working our way. More done than undone. And this is a, you know, bleak and grim place to stop. And stop we will. Yep, everything's pretty bad. There's nothing picturesque here. Sky's gray, the rocks are gray. Sharp is gray. I'm fabulous. Thanks for joining me.